Hey guys, welcome back to another video here. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the spine, and we're going to be looking at the three different vertebrae of the spine, starting from cervical, thoracic, and lumbar. So let's start with the lumbar spine here. First off, this is a little bit bigger vertebrae, and specifically what we want to look at for the lumbar here is you want to look at these facets here. And what these facets and how they're positioned, they are actually placing this vertebrae in the sagittal plane. So it'll go flexion and extension, flexion, extension. And next, we have the thoracic vertebrae here. Then again, looking at these facets here, and then here, this will place this vertebrae in the frontal plane. And so that frontal plane, it'll allow for side bending. And then next, we have the cervical vertebrae here, and then looking at these facets and how they're positioned here, they actually help with kind of all sorts of motions with you rotating your head, and they also help with you flexing your head and then extending your head as well. And they also could do some side bending as well. So those are the three different vertebrae of the spine. Welcome back here, continuing on with this same video here, looking at the cervical area of the spine here. Is this vertebrae is going to be the atlas, this vertebrae is going to be the axis. And so how these work is for the atlas, looking at these facets here, is that's where the skull is going to be sitting. And then I'm going to stack this atlas on top of the axis. And so that's how it would look here. And then this dens, which should be this little bony prominence, that allows for the neck to turn and rotate. So it rotates on that axis there. And that is what the dens looks like with the axis and atlas. All right, so next we're going to be looking at this atlas again, which is your C1. And this is going to attach to your skull here, like we mentioned previously. It's going to look like that, and that forms the atlanto-occipital joint. Next, we're going to be looking at the vertebral body here, specifically the lumbar, just because it's a little bit bigger. And with this lumbar, we're going to be looking at the vertebral disc. And the disc acts as a shock absorber, and then also connects the joints together and creates the vertebral columns into joints to allow for movement. Now with the lumbar vertebrae and for other vertebrae, we're going to be looking at the lamina, and the lamina is where the spinous process and the transverse process connect. So it would be right here is where that where the lamina is